Alright, this is my evaluation question number 2, which is how effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary text? Well, in my music video, the idea was to create a video that was very capturing for the audience and followed the style and theme of both the video and the song. I wanted to create something that the audience could really sort of connect with and see the themes that the song was all about. I think that despite my media product being simply a performance-based video, a lot of modern videos at the moment are all sort of narrative-based and they all have a sort of story to them. But I think that the best option for me was to go with a performance-based video because it looked very good in the end, and along with the song choice that I had, I think that it helped produce a better video for the actual song choice that I chose. My main aim was to create a video that allowed the viewer to become involved both in the actual video itself that I was creating and along with the song that I actually wanted to record. So I felt that the best way to do this was try and recreate a sort of live performance, and this is why I chose a performance-based video. I think that having sort of a band perform live is a very good way that this can be accomplished. And I think that I managed to achieve this idea of keeping the audience involved in the song by using the realistic performance of my artists, as well as they were able to create a very convincing video that looked very realistic. Finally, I think the location itself was a factor that really helped to develop my video into a high quality piece. And I think that this was done because the whole background was completely black, and it simply kept the focus on my artist and really helped contrast to the background itself. And I wanted to keep this idea of contrasting going throughout all of my ancillary products as well as the main product, which is my music video. So the main concept that I wanted to use was this idea of contrast. The purpose of both my ancillary products was to create something that helped sort of promote my main music video. And again, I used this idea of linking all three of them together, and I achieved this in various ways, like using the two same concepts of contrasting colours throughout both my ancillary text and my main music video. And I also used the idea of creating a focal point for all three of my products. I wanted to keep the focus on simply one thing and not have too much going on in all three of my products. Keeping this in mind, I wanted to design both of my ancillary texts very simple yet very eye-catching, and I think that using the layouts and the images that I did basically created two very impressive and effective products and helped to advertise my main product very well. My advert's aim was to act as a piece of marketing material for basically my digipack / the main music video, and I think that it was very well designed, and it managed to produce a design that looked very eye-catching, again using these photos that had very contrasting images to them, and I wanted to help promote both my music video and the digipack very well. When producing both my music video and my ancillary products, I quickly realised about how I needed to link all three together and keep one idea running through all three of them, and I needed to create some form of sort of brand identity for them. This was done very well this was done very well by the fact that I wanted to use my red guitar as the main sort of connecting point through all three of my pieces. So as you can see in my poster, the guitar is bright red. It's used in that. The main image is of my guitar with red smoke in the background, and I also wanted to use it for my digipack, so a lot of the pages on my digipack have a background with the guitar in it, or they have something else that has contrasting photos to it. And finally, the red guitar is also used in the actual music video itself, which helps link all three products together. I wanted to put the focus on the actual performance of the artist rather than having them focus on something else, and this is where this idea of contrast continues, and I wanted to do this to add the contrasting effect, and I made sure that the artist stood out as much as possible throughout the entire video. I made sure that they were using bright colours, wearing bright colours, and using instruments that stood out a lot to the background. The background was completely black, so I had my artists wearing like white shirts and using white guitars and basically anything that stood out against the black background and kept all of the focus on them. This concept of contrasting colours is taken through all three pieces of my work, as you can see, and it's taken through both promotional materials and my main video to basically keep this idea going through all things, and I think this is why they were all very effective and had a very linking feature to all of them.